Hey, you guys, it's your girl, the Blue Empress. How is everybody doing this month of madness? Because it's the month of March, so of course it would be March Madness month. And let me tell you guys, it's been nothing but pure fucking madness this month. Like the fucking name literally just legitimately just makes sense for this month. Just March Madness, period. Oh my God. So, you all know that I've been active on my Instagram, of course. So if you all have been following me, you pretty much already seen that I've been on there. I've been taking pictures and whatnot. So you all are familiar that I'm still around. I know I haven't done a video lately. It's just been complete chaos around here lately. And that's just the life of Blue, to say the least. But, yeah. So, to begin with, I'm still in school. I'm a sophomore now in college still. I just took my child and adolescent development class and I passed that with a B plus. So I am very excited about that. School is very important to me. I want to get a degree and I want to go ahead, and counsel, our youth or, families, parents, everyone that I can get my hands on. I just want to, be that person that you can confide in with your problems. And I want to give you the best advice I can for you to succeed in your life. So, of course, that is my main goal as far as that. So, that's been going well. Now, as far as everything around me, we've had um, one hell of a sad event that has happened over here. Well, actually, two to say the least. The first one is where I live at. There was a fire over in our complex. You clearly see we weren't the ones affected by it. It happened in over on the other side of the complex. A fire just burst out. It started from, I guess I need to explain more of it before I start how it all began. Where we live at, there are apartments on one side and there are townhomes on the other side. So we're obviously on the townhouse side of things, of course. So the townhomes, of course, are all connected. Ours is in a row. So we have a backyard, obviously. Like I can open up my patio door and I can go into the backyard. The place that got burnt down, the people didn't have a backyard. So it was 8 townhomes. So there was 4 in the front and 4 in the back. Now, apparently what looked like happened is a fire broke out in the middle of one of the townhomes. And at first the fire was just straight right in the middle, but then it expanded throughout the rest of the 7 townhomes. So all 8 townhomes went up in flames. And how this all got started was I was on my phone and my 5-year-old was like, "Oh, look outside." And I thought maybe she was, looking at some kids running in the backyard or, seeing a dog or some squirrels because that's pretty much all you see in our backyard and whatnot. So I really didn't pay much attention to whatever. And then my son, who was sitting on our couch behind me, was looking in the direction of the backyard. And he was like, "Whoa, Ma, like, look." So I got up and when I looked, I saw there was a big, like, thing of, some thick smoke. So I was like, "What the heck is going on?" And then my husband was playing the game and then he turned and looked and he saw in the reflection of someone's window that there was a fire. He was like, "Oh my God, like there's a fire." So I automatically started getting paranoid, of course, because I'm concerned, you know, if anyone is still in the townhomes. I just want to make sure everyone was okay. So I got up and I ran out. I ran out to the bed where the fire was. And of course, there's like a shitload of people over there. They got their cell phones out recording shit. And, you know, who don't record, shit nowadays? Just the formality here. So they were just recording everything that was going on. And then, of course, the police and the firefighters were there. And the police were telling everyone, to back up, a certain, length, so they wouldn't be anywhere near the blaze or whatever. So I'm just sitting over here paranoid because I'm like, I hope nobody was in those townhomes. I hope everyone made it out safely. I hope the pets made it out, all that. So at this point, I didn't know whether or not if anybody was in there or if they got out at this time. All I know is I'm just seeing smoke. I'm seeing the fire just blaze on up, and then all of a sudden it just expanded. So they had probably about like 3, 4 fire trucks over here, trying to get this fire out because it just would not, settle down. Like it just was all over the doggone place. And like I said, we were kind of afraid that if the wind shifted, it would have caught on to another townhome, whatever. And if that was the case, of course, we were going to evacuate and, get the hell out. So it was just a scary thing. And this went on. I think the fire started around like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it went on, if I'm not mistaken, probably until like 8, 9 o'clock. So they were out there for a very long time. It was crazy. I was just like, what the fuck? I just want to know. And the whole time, like I said, I'm wondering if everyone made it out safely. And I just hope and pray to God that nobody was in there when the fires was blazing. So luckily, a lady had came out from her home, and I had mentioned that, and she said, well, she knew the people over there, and yes, happy to report that everyone got out, including pets. No one lost their lives, just property damage. So I was like, thank God, that's all that mattered. Nobody was in there when the house was ablaze. So everyone is safe. My family's safe. Everyone who did not get affected by the fire is safe. Unfortunately, for the people that lost their homes, people are donating clothes, food, toys, anything that we can possibly give to these families is going to be given to them. American Red Cross, of course, is jumping in. Where we live at in Canton, they're really helpful people out here, so I know the families are being well taken care of. They're in the midst of renovations right now. So the fact that they're still going to do renovations over here. I mean, of course, they didn't renovate our place yet, but considering the damage that was left of the aftermath of the fire, they need to focus on that more. They need to focus, period, but that one needs all the tender love and care right now because that place is gone. Like the brick is still standing, but everything else, the wood and everything, that is just completely just gone. So they need to focus on that. But that's one event that happened over here. Sad to say, I lost my Aunt Sarah this Friday to cancer. I knew that she was sick. Last time I saw her was last year on Labor Day. We had a family reunion on the 4th of not the 4th of July. I'm sorry, on Labor Day. Sorry, that's when we had our little family get together, and she came, and I took a picture with her, and we talked, and whatnot. She lived in Dayton, Ohio. I didn't know she had cancer until my cousin told me, so I was already aware that she wasn't feeling too good and whatnot, and I was being informed with everything going on with her. So, of course, when I got the news that she passed away, I didn't really bawl out. I didn't cry. And I guess because I prepared myself, because I already, like I said, my cousin was already informing me what was going on with her. Like her body was shutting down. They don't think she's going to, be here much longer, whatnot. And then, lo and behold, she passed away on the 22nd. And the thing about that was I was at the movie theater watching the horror epic movie Us by Jordan Peele when I got the news that my auntie passed away through a text. Because at first my cousin was like, call me when you get a chance. So I kind of figured out, I already knew what it was. And then I got another text message from someone saying, hey, cuz your Aunt Sarah passed away. So I was like, well, who is this? And then come to find out it was one of my cousins. I didn't program her number in my phone. So, of course, I didn't recognize the number. So I told D'Angelo, my husband was like, what's wrong? And I was like, well, she's gone. And he was like, who's gone? I was like, my Aunt Sarah, she passed away. I just got a text from my cousin saying that. So he was like, you know what? We're here at the movies. Enjoy yourself. Relax. We'll deal with it after the movie is over. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to put my phone in my purse. And I put my phone in my purse. I zipped it up and I just continued watching the movie because that was the whole premise of Friday. I wanted to go see Jordan Peele's movie Us because that has been the most talked about movie. I wanted to go see it so bad. So When the opportunity came, I was like, "Hun, let's have a movie night. Let's have a movie day. Whatever. I want to go see this movie, Us. Like, fuck all the other movies. I want to go see the movie Us." And people, I will tell you, the movie was awesome in my book. I know a lot of people, like his cousin, said that the movie sucked. I don't know what she claimed sucked, because when I saw the movie, I was instantly hooked. There were a lot of jump scares in that movie. There was some comedy in there as well. The whole premise of the movie was spectacular. Like, Jordan Peele really took his time in creating this tremendous epic movie. And and the fact that it's still going, like, this movie just came out last week on Friday and it's still going, like, the box office is still raising up money from this movie. So this is not over with. Like, he really did a phenomenal job. The cast was phenomenal. Like I said, the story itself, the setting, everything was perfect. No argument here, no negatives, no nothing. Everything was great. Me and my husband even walked out the theater like, what the fuck? That movie had him fucked up. And the funny thing is, when we got in the car and we were driving home, and we had the music down a little bit because we were talking about the movie, whatever. And then all of a sudden, what song comes on the radio? I got five on it. If you guys don't know, that was the theme song to the movie. And when that came on, we was like, oh hell no, this is not right. This is not funny, for real. We just got done seeing the movie Us. We heard the song in the movie, and now we get in the car driving home, and then all of a sudden the song just comes on. I'm like, that is not funny. That is not cool. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'm going home. I'm locking my doors. I'm locking my windows. I'm getting under my covers. I'm going to bed. I don't care. If I gotta sleep under my covers with a pair of scissors and a butcher knife, let's do it. But that was fucked up. Coincidence? Yes, but it was fucked up. But it was funny at the same time. So yeah, that was just wow. If you guys haven't seen it yet, please go see it when you can. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. The movie was excellent. I loved it. And Jordan Peele did the movie Get Out, which was another great movie, and he just came out with another great movie. And I think he said he was writing on four movies, so he just did two. So he's got two more to throw at us. So let's just hope it will be really soon with the third amazing movie that he's going to bedazzle us with. But Us was definitely a win. And the way how the ending turned out, it might be a sequel. I don't know. That's just me. I don't want to tell you guys a story, and I definitely don't want to give you any spoiler alerts, because I would prefer that you go see it for yourself. I'm just telling you from my perspective. I love the movie. I'm not a movie critic. I don't go to the movies and criticize a movie, and I don't come home and be like, well, there was a flaw here and there. I don't have the time to really do that. And I'm afraid I'm going to nitpick something that's pretty much like, you're really going to nitpick at that? I mean, in reality, we would do that. So I don't understand why you would nitpick out of all things in the movie, why that in particular. I'm not going to go through all that. That's just too much. To the people who actually do it, who do, dissect movies bit by bit and find the flaws, I commend you. I congratulate you. There have been movies that people have reviewed and found flaws in that I used to watch. And then when I'm looking at it, I'm like, I did not know that. Wow. Like, they'll point out shit that I didn't even know, I didn't pay attention to. And it's like, oh, well, damn. And that doesn't mean they ruined the movie for me. They didn't. It's just now when I look at a movie, it's like, that's a flaw. That's a flaw. Botch. You didn't even kick them. It's like you kick air. Or you're punching the air. That's what it looks like. I guess nowadays with movies, it's pretty obvious. I gotta have water next to me at all times. That's just how I roll. It's just me. So yeah, that's been going down with me in that department. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the whole R. Kelly case and whatnot, but I have, of course. I did see the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. I saw the R. Kelly interview. I seen when the two girlfriends were interviewed. Um, People, all I could say is that the man is sick. He is a narcissist. He's just really just sick in the membrane. That's all I can pretty much say. I know that got he was molested when he was young, by an older woman, and I don't wish, I wouldn't wish harm on him. I would never want a child to go through that, me being a victim of that myself. So I would never want a child to go through that. And for that to have happened to him, I feel sorry for him in that department, but that doesn't give him, an excuse or a leeway, to do that to these young ladies who have their whole lives ahead of them and, deserve better. And, I'm pretty sure there's men out there that would have given them the world and loved them unconditionally and not do what he did. Like he gets some kind of, you know, um, thrill out of doing the things he's doing. And obviously it's catching up to him. Um, I do remember him being acquitted the first time around. And it seemed like he was quiet for a moment. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he learned his lesson. He stopped doing it. But then all of a sudden it just, it came back up again. It's like, oh, so you figure you got acquitted the first time. So you like, oh, well, hell, I got away with it. I might as well just keep on keeping on because I got away with it, whatever. And well, apparently you got the Me Too movements and, Black Girls Lives Matter movements and whatnot. So, he really thought that he was gonna, keep on keeping on. And obviously that's not the case because there's just been a lot of people ridiculing him for the things he's did. A lot of people feel that this is just, the typical, don't want to see a black man rise and want to put him down and whatnot. I'm not going to get geeked up about this because the fact he got acquitted the first time because they couldn't verify if that was him in the video as well if the girl was, 14 years old in the video. So I can't really sit up here and just be like, oh joy, he's about to go to jail. I'm not going to do that. I rather, see the trial for itself and see how everything plays out because I've heard that they're going to have cameras in the courtroom during the trial. Now, as far as whether or not the victims are going to agree to have their face on, being recorded, whatever, they have to, I guess, get permission from them to go ahead and film them during the whole trial procedure. There was even a girl on Instagram that went live saying that she wanted to go to his trial. And the funny thing is that I think that me and my hubby is supposed to be going out there next month for our 14th wedding anniversary because that's where we normally go for our wedding anniversaries is Chicago because that's where we got married at. But the fact that that R. Kelly is out there. I mean, I'm not going to let that stop us from, going out there. R. Kelly don't know us from a hole in the wall, so whatever. And I doubt highly he's going to, I doubt highly we're going to bump into him. He's in Trump Towers, and God forbid I even want to go anywhere near anything that involves our punk-ass president known as Dump. Yeah, that's what it's called, Dump Towers. I'm not going to call it bisexual name. It's called Dump Towers. So I'm not really going to, jump for joy in that department. I'd rather just see everything play out in the end and when justice gets served, I'm just going to be like, oh, well, I guess there's a little hope for our justice system, even though I feel our justice system sucks balls, and you all know why. But that's just me. I don't know everything, and nor I don't pretend I know everything because I don't. I learn things every day just like you all. So what can I do? What can I say in the end? Pretty much that's everything that's been going on with me lately. I just been doing me like always. Of course my back has been killing me lately, I guess because I've been stressing myself out and I've been, cleaning up and trying to make sure my kids are straight and my husband's together. He's been, taking me out and, taking me out to, get my nails done and everything. Well, I had to soak mine off because, they were getting all messy and stuff. I actually think I should keep this link because I have been wearing them a little long and I keep, getting nicked with this one. That junk hurts like hell, especially you like when it bends back. Oh my lord, that junk hurts. So yeah, he's been trying to keep me, stress free, and I applaud him for that. I'm gonna have to get him in one of my videos, and he did say he wants to get in, into my videos and whatever. I guess when we do a video together, we'll, probably talk about the whole R. Kelly thing, because my husband is a native of Chicago. His auntie used to do R. Kelly's hair a while back, so I know that's kind of a little creepy now saying that because of everything that's going on. But, I doubt she knew what kind of person he was. I mean, she just did his hair, so I can't really, comment on whether or not she knew of his dirty laundry, and whatnot. But anywho, yeah, when me and him do a video, we're gonna definitely talk more about the R. Kelly situation because, like I said, he's a native of Chicago, and I'm from Michigan, obviously, but I would like to get his opinion on the nature because he does bring up some good points, even though in the beginning, he was saying some things that it just seemed like he just didn't give a damn, like he was blaming the victims and, calling this whole thing calling some of them a sham and this is for money and all this other mess. And I told him that I'm with the victims. Me, like I said, being a victim myself, with, sexual abuse and stuff, I can, I can relate to that. There is one person I do feel that's still under suspicion to me, and that is Drea Kelly. And the reason I feel that because the fact that you call this man a monster and all this other mess, but yet you still walk around here with his last name. Now, forgive me, but and this is just an example. No, my husband does not put his hands on me. Okay. He does not put his hands on females. That's not how he rolls. He hates that. So I just want to throw that out there to you guys. But if my man was abusing me, there's no way in hell I am keeping his last name. I'd rather go back to my maiden name. Trust me, I don't like my maiden name, but hell, I'll take my maiden name because it was a name that was given to me by my mother and my father. Okay, so I would go back to my maiden name, but I'm not going to keep his last name. I would get rid of everything remotely that is a reminder of him. I don't want to have no connection to him whatsoever. I'd rather just take my maiden name and just build myself up using just my name. I don't want to be that girl that's like, oh, Mrs. B, Miss B. Like, no, that's not my name anymore. This is my name. I don't go by that name anymore. This is my name. This is who I am. I want everyone to know this is my maiden name. So if you want to follow me or look me up, this is my last name so you guys can find me. But I am not going by that name anymore. I'm done with that name. I want to get rid of every ounce of everything that reminded me of his abusive ass away from me. Now with her, she decided to keep the last name. Because, if she said that if she used her maiden name, which I think she said is Jones, we wouldn't follow her on social media. Like, we would know, like, well, who the hell is Drea Jones? Because she was a dancer before, she, met with R. Kelly, whatever. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what to say. And then she had the gall to use the Tina Turner situation. She brought up the whole thing when Tina Turner was like, Turner can keep everything except for the name because I worked too hard for that name. And that's why she ended up using, the name Tina Turner. But originally that was her stage name anyway. And she just rolled with it and they wound up getting married, whatever. But she had the nerve to use that. And it's like, honey, why don't you just admit the reason you're still keeping the last name because you'll get noticed. Because the moment you spew out that name, to you, it's automatic get in. It's automatic VIP. But then she claims sometimes the door does get slammed in her face as well because of that last name. It's like, why not just go back to your maiden name? It's your name. It has nothing to do with him. He didn't give it to you. It's your name. You could take your name, your maiden name that you were born with, that was bestowed onto you by your parents, and you can just build it up for people to know who you are. You know, and I know a name, a last name, a famous last name should not, you know, it should not be of importance to who you are, but you know, you as a person, you know, it's up to you to build yourself up, you know, to you know, give your, you know, build yourself up, give yourself a name, you know, for your brand and for yourself, and you know, build it up to make it popular so everyone knows who you are. But with her, it's like ever since this whole thing came out, you know, you got people looking at you crazy, looking at you with the side eye like, I don't know. You know, one minute you sitting over here and you know, trying to get people to, you want people to go to his concerts and buy his CDs so he can pay you and keep your lights on and everything. And the next thing you know, you on talk shows and whatnot, bawling out, crying, calling him a monster, and he did all these things to you. It's like, well, honey, boo boo, child, how are we supposed to react? What are we supposed to think? Should we believe you, or should we sit over here like, is this an ulterior motive here? Are you just trying to be noticed? Then another thing I found out that she's going to be on, what is it, Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta? She's going to be on that show. Last time Drea was on a show was back in, was it 2012? It was it was on VH1, Hollywood Exes. That was the last reality show I recall her being on, and now it's 2019, and now she's coming back onto a reality show talking about the whole R. Kelly situation at that. I don't know. I guess comment below if you have an opinion on the whole matter as far as with this whole R. Kelly case thing. I know you all have your own opinions, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you out there that's a fan of R. Kelly and believes he's innocent and everything like that. Hey, that is your opinion. I am not going to fight you on it. I'm just going to be like, okay, that's how you feel. I respect that. That's all I can say. This is just me talking. You know, that's just how I feel in the matter. But I can truly say that this has been definitely the month of madness because of everything that's happened, you know, this month, you know, with me and this whole thing with, you know, R. Kelly, and there's no telling what else is gonna, you know, come down when it comes to this whole R. Kelly mess. So, hey, what more can you do? What more can you say? But I just wanted to make this video because I know you guys haven't heard from me or seen me in a minute. So I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that I am fine, everything's good, and I hope to see you guys soon again. And I hope that you all can, you know, basically live your best life. That's all I can pretty much tell you to do. Live your best life, best way you can. But on that note, I'm gonna go get ready for my husband to come home. So I'm gonna read up a good book, probably do some more laundry, get ready for this week, and let's just hope I have a better month for the rest of this month. I love you guys. This is the Blue Empress signing off. My royals, my royalettes. Bye.